Hey there, I'm Kevin Downey, and I run an agency called Kevin M. Downey, where we help B2B companies with their sales and marketing efforts. You can visit our website at kevinmdowney.com. Okay, today's topic, why isn't email working for your B2B company? Why are you struggling? You keep hearing from everyone out there, including people like me, that email is the number one medium for lead generation in business-to-business companies. And it's not working for you. So why isn't it working? So what I wanted to do, and having done email for 6 years for clients, having sent over 100 million emails, and looked at internal setups at companies at probably just about 300, maybe 250, 300. What have I seen over that 6-year period that companies are doing that's wrong and why it's not working for them? So there's a handful of things I see. Typically, it's a combination of all of them, but sometimes it's just one particular thing. So first thing is with email marketing, basic infrastructure to do email in order to send the requisite or necessary volume to make it work. So most companies, when I look at their email marketing setup, I see one of a couple of things, but one of the things I see very commonly is that they're using their CRM to send cold emails. Okay, and they're doing it through their reps' email addresses, right? Most of whom are on Google Workspace or Microsoft 365, sometimes maybe Rackspace or custom system. But almost all of the time, those things are limited. Certainly in the case of Google Workspace and Microsoft 365, they are limited in volume. So you can only send 50, 75, 100, 125 a day, right, per email address before you're looking at getting suspended. That is not enough volume to drive inbound leads on a regular basis. So it just doesn't work from that standpoint. The other thing there that I see is that companies are doing that and sending those emails from their reps' main email addresses and on their main domain. That is very dangerous to do because sending cold emails on your main domain is going to result in people marking you as spam. They're going to start blocking you. It's going to damage your main domain's reputation, and eventually you're going to have a hard time getting regular emails to people, including your customers, right? So the only time your rep should be using their main email address in cold outreach is for manualized outreach that they are doing. Anything automated needs to be on a dedicated domain and email addresses that is for that specific use case, okay? Because you don't want to risk your main domain. But nonetheless, when you're using your CRM and you're going through Google Workspace, Microsoft 365, that infrastructure is not going to work. You're not going to be able to send the volume. You've got to have either be going through an email API or a dedicated server or server structure, okay? So that's the first thing I see. Second thing I see, and I see it in that case sometimes, but also if you're using Constant Contact or MailChimp or something like that, maybe HubSpot to do graphical emails, is the types of emails. So when I see email setups at companies using their CRM, I see sequences. That is a very tired tactic. It comes off as automated. It is not personalized in any way, shape, or form. And at the end of the day, they view it as you're treating them like they can just respond to an automated email. They are not going to respond to that. It is too easy to see through. Generally, the emails aren't very good, and you're sending too many emails in too short a period of time. So sequences, you need to ditch that concept altogether. You need to be sending one-to-one text-based emails one at a time to drive an inbound lead to elicit a response, okay? So the layering of emails, 3-day spread and all that stuff, it just doesn't work. At the end of the day, stop trying it. It doesn't work. It's making your company look bad. It should be a one-to-one text-based email, okay? I'm going to get into the content in a second. Now, if you're doing newsletter-style emails via Constant Contact, MailChimp, or maybe you're doing HubSpot and you're doing newsletter-type emails, those are graphical emails that are coming from your company. Those aren't going to drive leads. They're great to have as a backdrop and to keep you in front of people every now and then, but they by themselves are not going to drive leads, at least not in a consistent fashion. So, again, types of emails, sequences in your CRM or newsletter, graphical emails, none of that's going to work to drive leads on a consistent basis, okay? So let's dig into what's going to work. So copy. So what is it that's going to work? You need to have one-to-one text-based emails, one email at a time to a prospect, no more often than once a month. And the email needs to sound like this. First of all, block style. It's all one block style. It's not paragraph. There's not all of these long paragraphs, but 100 to 125 words. Do you have this pain point? If you do, we can help you solve it. This is what I want you to do next. I want you to reply to receive this. You need to elicit a response. So why does that work? Number one, because it's exactly what we would do on a cold outreach on the phone, right? On the phone, we have the advantage of having a longer conversation, digging in, gathering intel, moving the needle, all that stuff. But on the front end, it's the same thing. Cold email, cold outreach on the phone is the exact same thing, right? We're trying to identify decision maker and pain point. That's it. Okay, so we need to elicit a response. First of all, it's going to generate leads. Second thing that it's going to do is with the replies comes engagement, which is health for your email structure and your domain structure. So when you generate replies and activity, you are keeping the strength of your domain reputation higher than if you just market to people and ask them, hey, this is what we do, pay attention to us, and oh, here's our calendar if you're ever needing us. That's not going to work. You need engagement. You need replies, okay? So again, if you're going to have success with email, it's got to be one-to-one text-based emails. They've got to be from a person to a person, and you've got to try to elicit a response. Again, all text, very short, 100, 125 words. Sometimes we'll creep over 150 for certain clients, but at the end of the day, that's how you make email work to generate inbound leads all day, every day in B2B. Okay, hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, reach out to us, kevinmdowney.com. Thanks for being here today, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.